What's going on, YouTube? It's your boy, CamATL, and welcome back to another MLB DFS video with your boy. Drop a like down below because I already know you're going to love it. Subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. Comment anything in the comment section to enter your name into the $50 giveaway I do every single week on this channel. Welcome back to another DFS video, GreenlightDFS.com. As you can see, I've got the Greenlight DFS Optimizer on the screen. Last night, DFS has been a struggle last couple days. That's mainly due to massive chalk actually smashing, um, where we try to get a little lower owned, and that's the way you play baseball. Though I've always told y'all, baseball is that one sport that if somebody's super duper high owned, and you can find somebody with better numbers or equal numbers, go that way. Get off of that super high ownership to try to get a little different because the upside is crazy that way. Like the last 7 years. MLB DFS has been one of our biggest sports in DFS because we take advantage of that fact. A lot of people don't really like doing all the research it takes to be successful in baseball. Baseball really takes a ton, more than basketball, more than football, all that stuff. You really got to be looking at a ton of. You got barrel percent numbers, you got hard contact, you got all these different type of numbers that you got to look at with these guys that a lot of people don't want to take the time to do. So that's where you could take advantage. So getting off of the chalk is always something that I definitely encourage with baseball. And at last couple of days, the super chalk's been doing well. So these chalk players have been doing very well, but that's not going to last. And after a couple down days, you know your boy do. All right, downtimes don't really bother me anymore. I just stay locked in, continue doing what I'm doing, and look, we've already had a huge year. A couple down days doesn't mean shit to me. My optimals will be posted at Greenlight DFS on the MLB Access page about 30 minutes before the games. We are on day 2 of the Greenlight DFS Prize Picks Ladder Challenge. If you're interested in being a part of that as well, that comes with your access at Greenlight. My favorite 2 picks will be posted on the MLB Access page whenever I get them. Um, and we're going for day 2. So if you want to follow along, the Prize Picks Ladder Challenge kind of information is below where I'm going to, at the bottom of the MLB Access page. You can kind of see what we recommend to bet, what we recommend to withdraw once we hit that day, or at least save and not, the ladder challenge. What it does is you play a certain amount, and then you kind of keep a little bit of that profit each day, and you continue to just kind of grow until eventually you hit a certain level. And our Prize Picks Ladder Challenge gets us to about 4,500 once we hit all the days in profit. That's after withdrawing and all that stuff. So yeah, if you want to be a part of that, that's part of Greenlight DFS. My day 2 picks will be posted today. We hit day 1 yesterday. Time to get MLB DFS right back on track, though, baby. Let's get it. Starting off with the pitchers today. My favorite pitcher overall is Joe Ryan, and then Brian Wu is my SP2. Now, as you guys know, getting your pitchers right and then moving on to your hitters is the most important thing for me. Most of the time, I don't go like 2 super high price pitchers because a lot of times you'll have kind of a mid range guy that's a solid option. You'll have some cheaper guys. But today, Brian Wu at only 5'4", he's projected to pitch over 90 pitches. Vegas has his strikeout prop at 5.5, and he's only 5'4". That makes him a lock for me. Solid matchup here against a struggling White Sox offense at home in Seattle. Love this spot for Brian Wu, and Seattle's favored to win this game. So every box is checked for this guy. He's super duper cheap. He allows for me to open up things in my bats. And Vegas, like I said, Vegas has his prop line at 5.5 for strikeouts, and strikeouts are king in DFS. So I mean that's a fantastic number for a guy at 5'4". And then Joe Ryan's at the top of the list for me. He's the overall best pitcher on the slate in my opinion. Um, yeah, at home in Minnesota. I'm rocking Joe Ryan. He feels like the safest yet best overall pitcher on this slate when it comes to matchup and everything together. Yes, you have Darvish, who's popping on the Greenlight Optimizer. That's because in GPP, Darvish has a ton of upside. But Tampa Bay is a solid offense. So it's a spot that a lot of people might not pull the trigger on, but is a solid spot that you could get different on at 8-1. Darvish is way too talented to be priced at 8-1, so that's something that you could consider in GPP lineups and stuff like that. But yeah, Joe Ryan and Brian Wu really makes the lineup kind of start out good, and it allows me to get my favorite hitters on the day, which is going to start off with Shohei Ohtani. Shohei Ohtani has been one of the hottest hitters in baseball. Um, He's a fantastic option once again today. One thing about Singer, the pitcher he's facing, is he's been really giving up a high barrel percentage to lefties as of late. He's been struggling. Left-handed bats have really been putting the barrel on the ball, and when the barrel is put on the ball, a lot of good shit happens, whether it be home runs, whether it be big time hard contact hits, all that good stuff. Barrel percent is a good it's it's a good way to indicate how well a hitter is seeing the ball and putting the bat on the ball. Shohei has been really, really good at that, and it's a great spot for him here against Singer. I do like an Angel stack. Trout's also in a very good spot, has been hitting the barrel very well. These guys who have really been seeing the ball very well are due for huge games. All right, so Shohei Ohtani has been hot, and I'm all over Shohei. I've got plenty of money with Woo as well. At third base, a guy that I'm hoping gets slept on, Matt Chapman. Matt Chapman at 4.3 is just ridiculous spot here, man. When I was just talking about barrel percent, right? Matt Chapman's got the highest barrel percent in the entire MLB when it comes to active starting players like that against lefties. Like it's like over 26%, which is ridiculous. Like you don't see numbers like that. So with the numbers that fucking crazy, righty lefty matchup against Martin Perez, who lately has been giving up some hard contact over the last 30 days, he's really been struggling. So this is a spot for Matt Chapman to really take advantage here. At only 4.3, as you can see on the optimizer, 10.21. We really love Chapman today. Chapman's a guy that could definitely he's got double dong upside, to be honest with you. He's got double home run upside. So I love Matt Chapman at 4.3. He really sticks out. And like I said, that barrel percent is just ridiculous. So yeah, expect a big game out of him. Next up, a guy that really sticks out to me is going to be Jack Sawinski for Pittsburgh. The lefties of Pittsburgh definitely have some interest for me because you're getting guys who are in great spots, but their prices are very, very low. Going against Teheran, who has struggled versus lefties his entire career. He's done okay so far this year, but man, like over his entire career, he's really struggled versus lefties. So take advantage of the lefties that hit righties very well and make solid contact versus righties. And Jack Sawinski's at the top of this Pittsburgh lineup when it comes to best barrel percentage, hard contact, everything. Sawinski really hits righties very, very well. So that's a recipe for success against a pitcher who throughout his career has struggled versus lefties. So Jack Sawinski is a very solid option at only 3.6. All right. So far, man, I'm loving this slate, man. Loving it. With Brian Wu really opens up a ton, and I'm really loving a lot of bats in the slate today. It's a big slate. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 plus 6, 14 games. So, yeah. Joe Ryan, Brian Wu, Shohei Ohtani, Matt Chapman, and Jack Sawinski is the high five to get y'all started on the day. Let's take a look at FanDuel real quick. I don't usually do this. Sometimes I forget and just don't think about it. Let's take a look at FanDuel and see what we're looking like. Brian Wu over here is 6.5. It's really going to allow you to do a whole bunch, so I really do like Wu. Obviously, Shohei, I absolutely love him. Let's see what Chapman is over here. 3.1. That feels cheap to me as well. How are you, Sawinski? 3.5. So you're spending a little bit for Sawinski over here. Let's look at point per salary. Okay, we've got Mercano, who's got that lefty-righty matchup against Teheran as well at 2.5, especially if he leads off. That's going to be awesome. Let's pay attention to that. If Mercano leads off, that's an awesome play. Vladimir Guerrero at 3.3 is solid value, a righty-lefty matchup. That's interesting for sure. They got him priced too low, in my opinion. Yeah, man, let's do it. Let's go Vladdy. Vladimir Guerrero at 3.3 just feels too cheap to me. So Brian Wu, Matt Chapman, Ohtani, and Vladdy's kind of the core that I'm looking at for FanDuel. Let's see. Anybody else sticks out to me? That's about it when it comes to main guys popping for me. Obviously, Mike Trout is a solid option. All of Atlanta's a solid option. Matt Olson, all that stuff. But you're really having to pay money for these guys. Matt Olson's 3.8, so not too bad. Very close between him and Vladdy. I'd probably side Vladdy just because he's cheaper. Mike Trout's only 3.7. That's an interesting spot. I talked about Shohei Ohtani a lot, but Trout's in a very good spot tonight. He's been hitting lefties very well this year. Brian Reynolds at 3.5 is fantastic. Another lefty versus Teheran. Solid spot there. All right, that's about it, y'all. So Wu, Chapman, Ohtani, Guerrero really starts you off well for FanDuel. Thank you guys for joining me as always, man. Let's go get this money. Let's have a big day, baby. 14 games. A couple down days last few days for me personally. So I'm ready for that spike. It's coming. Excited for it. Day 2 of our Greenlight DFS Prize Picks Challenge will be posted whenever I get them. I'm also going to be choosing an active Greenlight DFS member tonight to give $100 to, just because, like, for an I appreciate y'all's support type of giveaway. Appreciate all of y'all. Appreciate all of my Greenlight members. Appreciate everybody who's shown love to Props Made Easy's tools for player props. You guys are awesome. Let's continue to just make the smart bets, make the smart plays, and continue to dominate, man. Thank you guys for joining me as always, and I'm out. Peace.